Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome to another indie movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Sightings. So, Sightings is about a dysfunctional family living on their ranch in Texas, and they are threatened by a cryptid in their woods. They must overcome their differences to unite and defeat the monster. Really quick, before I get into anything else, I want to say a quick thank you to my creepy patron peeps. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. You can find a link to my Patreon page in the description box if you want to check out what kind of perks you could get for being a patron. There will also be a clickable thingy majig on the screen at the end of the video. Alright, what did I like about Sightings? I did really like the score. I think it was super well done, although maybe not needed in some parts, but it definitely was an interesting score. Wasn't, you know, super generic or anything like that. And I liked that, you know, somebody decided to make a movie about cryptids. I feel like we don't have too many of them, and not a lot of memorable ones really either. So I did enjoy that we have a new cryptid movie. Although it wasn't necessarily like a super unknown one. Without spoiling anything, like, it's pretty well known cryptid, and you probably all know what I'm talking about just by me saying that, but still, it's a cryptid movie, so I'm not gonna complain. And the performances were pretty okay. There was really only one person that stood out, which I'll get to in a second, but other than that, everyone pretty much had a competent performance. Nobody else really stuck out. So the only things I didn't like about Sightings, like I said, the music kind of took away from certain parts, and I think it might be a volume issue. There were some parts in the film that were obviously meant to be kind of more sincere and serious, and the score was just like super noticeable, and it wasn't necessarily sad. It was kind of just like the overall theme of the score that was like playing over the sad part, and that's why I think it maybe the music was maybe just a little bit too loud and was just super noticeable, and it kind of took away from the serious parts a bit. Also, the person that plays the mother in this movie, I always hate saying this because, like, I definitely can't act, so I never feel right saying like this person sucked, but she definitely stuck out. Yeah, she just stuck out, not in a good way. And it was in particular scenes where I think she was kind of supposed to be crying or near tears, and just, you could tell that she was trying to cry, but that was the problem. Like, you can tell that she was trying to cry. It's like, well, either you can or you can't. Either act it out like you're not gonna cry or something, like just decide that your character isn't gonna cry, or you need to get on that before the scene starts. I don't know. She just stuck out to me, but she's not in a lot of the movie, so sounded so mean. There were some other things that didn't make sense in the movie. There is some kind of home videos that the daughter finds and kind of rewatches to try and figure out what's going on, because it has to do with her mom. Her mom believed in this kind of supernatural stuff, and her dad doesn't, so she goes back and watches some of their old home movies to kind of figure out what she was researching, so she can, you know, follow along that path and try and figure out what's happening. But there's so she's going over home videos, and some of them make sense, like when they first move into the ranch house and stuff. That stuff makes sense that you would film. There was other stuff that just didn't make sense, like why the dude was filming. Like, you could have just had a flashback, you know? Like, there's that one point where this husband and wife have an argument, and it's like, why did you just start the camera to have a, you know, slightly argumentative discussion with your wife over the supernatural? It just didn't make any sense. Like, you might as well have just had a flashback. Do you know what I mean? It just didn't fit. And then really the big problem I had with Sightings is that they don't ever show the creature. That's probably a spoiler, but you don't get to see it. you kind of understand what it is. Like they throw around some words that, so you know what it is, but you never get to see it, which there was 2 distinct opportunities where they could have shown the creature and they don't. And it's like they built up this mystery so much. It's like you can't not show it. As the most they show at the end is its feet. And I was just like, it was just really disappointing. Like I wanted to see it. Like by the time the movie was almost over, like I just wanted to see what it looked like so bad. I would have been okay if it was just like a crappy store-bought mask or something. Like I would have been fine with that. I just wanted to see it. So it just left me like wanting something, but not necessarily in a good way. Like it was just like a disappointed wanting. So was Sightings worth it? Nah, I don't think I'll go back and watch it. It wasn't horrible, but just not good enough to rewatch. That being said, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. As this is an indie movie, it doesn't have a lot of ratings yet, so it doesn't have anything on Rotten Tomatoes or Roger Ebert, but IMDb has that at a 5.9 out of 10 right now. So if you've seen Sightings, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. It's on video on demand now, so if it's available at like Amazon or something like that, I'll put a link in the description box if you want to check it out there. I feel like everything's going on Amazon now, so if it's anywhere, it's probably on Amazon. Amazon Video, I mean. So you can find and follow me at all the social media places in the description box. You can also find me on my blog at nightmaremaven.com. Currently, right now, there should be a revisited review of Dracula Untold. Spoiler alert, I have no idea what I was thinking the first time I watched that. Definitely have a different viewpoint this time around. You can also find me as a contributing writer at morbidlybeautiful.com, and you can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/nightmaremaven. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!